Hey everybody, Jen from the Britical Saiyans here. Today I'm going to be showing you Android 16. It's actually the first time I've built this, so it's kind of interesting. So, to start with, we got our leader card. So, permanent is that it negates the energy exhaust on all of your 16s with arrival blue-green in all areas. So, it just means that, we're going to zoom this a little bit. There we go. Any of the 16s that you have with arrival go towards like normal energy, which is great because obviously exhaust is one of the biggest issues with them. Dual colour. You've got auto, you choose a blue or green android in your hand and discard it. When it's attached, you draw two. So you essentially draw one by like kind of mulliganing your card. And then this awaken is when you're at 4 or less, or if there's a total of 5 or more energy between you and your opponent, you draw one, get an inch back, and then go down to 5 and flip them over. So it's either on 4, or if you've got 3 energy and your opponent's 2, or vice versa, you can just awaken. So on this side, it keeps the first opponent. It gains secondary opponent of you can activate blue-green arrival in your energy. It's got auto once per turn. When your android card is played during energy, you place the top card of your deck in the energy and rest mode. So if you play an android with the arrival skill from the energy, it comes out, you do its skill, and then you put one in. And it's got active battle once per turn. You can use a blue-green android from your drop in a combo. So the benefit of that is like it just gives you a free arrival cost. So, and it's during another player's turn, you just go, okay, target this one, place it in. You don't have to pay the combo cost as well because you're using it, it just goes straight in. Start, we've got the Z deck. So you've got the Mighty Blast from the anniversary. So it's a 1-1. Active battle, you place the energy in drop, removes from the game, choose a card against 10 from the battle, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards, energy cost of 2 or less, and place it at the bottom of his deck. So it's just a way of removal. And it's got an active battle, pay 1 blue. If it leaves blue and you place freeze the energy in the drop and remove from the game, you draw 1, play a shadow token with blocker, and you give a card 5k, 15k for the battle. So you can either do a 10k like small spot removal, or the other skill basically works in the opponent's turn because you play out a blocker, you draw a card, and then you get 15k on whatever's being attacked. So really good. We have 4 copies of 21 in the Name of Hunger. So it's 4 cost with 2 ZNG. It's got 20k unique blocker, Z stack 2 battle cards. The permanent is that you can choose an opponent's battle card when doing the Z stack skill. So you can pick 2 of yours, or you can go one of your opponents, one of yours, because you can only pick one. Auto, when it's played, you place the top card of your deck in the energy rest mode, then you choose an opponent's battle card and place it at the bottom of the owner's deck. So you can steal a card and then bounce another and give yourself a free charge. And it's got active main once per turn. You choose a keyword skill from the card underneath this, and it gains it until your opponent's next turn. Well, the end of your opponent's turn. So she's already got blocker, but you could say steal something like dual attack or triple strike if they have it. And just like, okay, well, I'm going to swing this and do the additional effect. Or ideally, dual attack is a good one. We just go swing. Okay, now I have it as blocker as well. But very much depends on what you steal. And then we have Cell. So 3 and 2, it's got 25k to fight crit. When it's played, you choose all of your opponent's battle cards of 5 or less and place them under. So it's just a nice bit of board removal. And then it's got active main once per turn. If one or more cards under this and you place them in the drop, switch to active mode. If you send 4 or more, it gains triple strike for a turn. So it's got board removal and dual attack potential with a very good like additional of triple strike if you can get that many cards underneath, but again it just depends on the state. So going to the main deck and starting with our extra cards, we've got 3 copies of D-Magic, Sparking Negate, where if you've got 5 or more on the drop you can pay it by taking a life, and then you just negate and get 2 energy back. So very useful for blue. We've got 4 Sensu Bean. During the opponent's turn, you give a card 5k for a turn and get 2 energy back. So run the 4 of this just because we're rivaling, so we want to make sure we have energy available at all times. And then we've got 3 copies of Shield's Army Reinforcements. So it's our block and negate, where you can rip a life if you're on 5 or less, and then you negate the attack, play a 10k token that has blocker. So you just immediately throw it for the next deck, otherwise you're just stuck with a 10k. So, going to the battle cards, to start with we have our 1-drops. So we have 3 copies of 18 Speedy Substitution. So it's got on place, look at top 5, add a blue or green android. And then its secondary auto is also when you play this card. At the end of the turn, you can return a monster card to a blue-green monster card to your hand. If you do, choose a card from your hand and place it in your energy and rest mode. So, pretty useful. And then we have a one-off copy of Roshi. It's you can choose a monster card in your energy, return it to your hand. When you combo with it, you place one in your energy. So, again, it's just a way of swapping out cards in the energy. We have our 2-drops. There's a fair number of. And to start with, we have 3 copies of 16 Energy Amplification. So it's got, if you have a blue-green multi-card in your energy, when you play it from your hand, place top card of your deck in energy and rest mode, and you can't play battle cards with a power of 30 and 35k for the game. That power thing isn't an issue because there's nothing in here that meets that kind of power requirement. Just a lovely thing about the blue-green androids, they've made sure none of that happens. And it's just a free ramp, and then you can just use it as like a 10k combo or a target for other abilities. Our next card is our Super Combo for a deck, which is just 4 copies of 17-18 Team Up Attack. So like I said, it's Super Combo. If your lead is blue-green and it's your opponent's turn, when you combo with it from hand, you get a blue-green monster card to active. So again, it's here to just help with the arrival, because you throw this 10k combo, you get an energy back, and it meets the arrival cost requirements. So you basically just carry on from there. It just felt like the best option for the deck. I could have ran like the Vegeta or another super combo, but this just meets so many requirements for so many skills.
Can't use the Vegeta because you got multi-color energy.
Oh yeah, can't use the Vegeta. Fair point. Yes, good man. But it just meets requirements for so many things, so you may as well just run the 4. And next we also have 4 copies of 17 Protector of Wildlife. So it's just charge for it, because if you have a blue-green multi-card in your energy, it ignores exhaust. But then it does have the combo kill of automatic turn. When your opponent combos, choose a card from the combo, place it near his drop, then negate the skill for the game. So it can be a combo killer, which is great because it's denial of the energy, but the main purpose of it is just to be charge fodder. So, and then we have 2 copies of Kusu, Angel of Universe 10. So she's counterplay of playing this card out, and it's got 2 autos. First one is if you have 1 more multi-card energy, when this card in your hand is played or used in a combo, your opponent sends cards from their hand to the bottom of the deck. And then when it's played, you choose one of your opponent's battle cards, energy cost of 6 or less, and place it at the bottom of your own deck. So you pay 2 energy, you get this counterplay out, and she sends a card from their hand and a card from their board to the bottom, and then you just throw in a combo to send another card, and then she just goes like ZNG or drop. So it's a nice little tech for blue-green decks that just works out. Next we got our forecasts, and to start with we got 1 of the new cards from the anniversary, which is 16 a determined choice. So it's got 20k exhaust blocker, arrival blue-green by paying a blue. Permanent, if the leader is 16, you reduce the combo cost by 1. So it just becomes a free 5k combo instead of paying 1. And it's got active main at 1, places UNG in the drop, and choose one of the following. So you either choose one of your opponent's battle cards, energy cost 4 less, and place it at the bottom of your deck. or you choose one of your opponent's units and to remove 2 markers from it. The marker one doesn't really come up as often, but the good thing is that you get a 20k blocker for 1 energy, and then you can send a card to remove one of their small things, as long as it doesn't have barrier. And it's a big combo, which is really, really helpful. Next we have 3 copies of 16 Imperfect Assassin. So it's got Evolve by paying a blue, a green and an energy on top of 16, Blocker, Exhaust, and then Auto. When the card evolves into this, you draw 2 and your opponent chooses a card in their hand and dumps 1. So you get a draw 2, your opponent discards a card, and then you have 20k blocker. I run this because I don't have the 16 7 cost SR, I think it is, 6 or 7 cost. Needed some other 16s in deck, and it just works out as a fodder because you can have it swap in when you do an energy swap, or if you've got the 2 cost in play and the energy spare, you can just play, well, I may as well place this on top, get myself another blocker and draw 2 cards. But it is one that's just kind of there to fill a void. And then we have 2 copies of 21 full power counter. So she's got double strike, 25k, counter attack, you play this out. If it leaves the blue android, you negate energy exhaust. So obviously we are, which is really useful. And then she's got the auto, when it's played, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, place it in the owner's drop, and your opponent can't attack with non-leader cards for the turn unless they place 1 card each from their hand and the energy in the drop. So it doesn't negate the attack it comes out on, but you can basically send it away, and then on top of that you can just use it as a kind of floodgate to mitigate and then swing for 25. So this just in there as like a deterrent for your opponent. And next we've got 5 drops. So to start with, we have 3 copies of 16 limited disengaged. It's got Exhaust, Blocker, 15k, Arrival blue green by playing a blue or green, and Revive blue green as a limit 1. So you can pitch a blue and a green or blue green card to bring it back once it's died. Permanent, if you have a blue and green cards in your energy, you can reduce combo with this in your hand by 1. So again, it's another card that ignores its combo cost. Auto, at the end of the turn you switch to active mode. And then it's got an active battle, limit 1. If it's your opponent's turn and you KO this card and choose one of your opponent's units in the cards, you remove a marker from it. That one again doesn't really come up, it's a free combo with blocker and the arrival skill. So it just works out for the deck. And our last 5 drop is 4 copies of 18 Measureless Strength. So it's just 25k crit, Arrival blue green by paying a blue, a green and a colourless. It's got a permanent, if you're blue android, negate exhaust. So again, just good fodder. It's got a permanent, when this card is played, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and up to 1 card in your opponent's hand and place them at the bottom of the deck in any order. That one doesn't really come up. She's main in there for her active main limit 1. You discard this card, look at 5 from top of your deck, add a blue android of cost 5 less from your hand, well, from your deck to your hand and shuffle your deck. So once per turn you can just ditch her to search, and you can add her again for the next turn, so you can just keep throwing into searching, which is really, really useful. We got our 6 cost for the deck now, which is just 4 copies of 16 Determined Moment, which is our other new anniversary card. So it's 25k with crit, Arrival for 2 blue and a green. It's got auto, if lead is 16, when this card is played, you draw 2, and then you switch an energy to active mode at the end of the turn. So it can activate during your turn or your opponent's turn to get an energy back, but ideally you play it in your turn because he doesn't have blocker, he's a crit, so he's made more for the offensive. And then he's got active battle, once per turn, places the energy in your drop, choose one of your cards and it gets 5k for the battle. So that can activate during either player's turn. You can just be like, well, okay, I'm going to send get an NG here, which is really good. Oh, get an NG, get 5k here, and then it's just a nice meaty 25 crit that gives you some benefit. And then we've got our 8 costs for the deck. So we have 2 copies of 21 Ceaseless Despair. So she's 25k, exhaust, deflect, double strike, dual attack. Really useful. Does have a permanent of if a blue 21 you reduce the combat cost in your hand. We're not. It's not there for that. It's just there to be a boss. It's got auto. When this card is played, choose any number of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring bash here, and place them in the owner's drop. It's got a secondary auto. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a counter, they discard 2 from their hand. And then her third auto is at the end of your turn, you get up to 5 of your energy back to active mode. So she is just a big threat because you clear their board, you play this out, you swing, you can force your opponent to discard to counter, and then you get 5 energy back, which means during their turn you can start firing off your rivals again. So she is really useful. I'm just in there to be a pressure unit. And our last card in the deck is the SCR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. If you don't have this, you could easily just run a third 21 instead. It's literally just a 2-off because I have this in the deck. So Vegeta has a rival for blue-green by paying 3 blue and 2 green. Got the exhaust obviously, and then when it's played, if it's your turn, you gain double strike, crit and triple attack. It's your opponent's turn, you choose one of your opponent's back cards, ignoring barrier, place it in the drop, then you add 2 cards from your deck to your NG. So during your turn, it comes out as a big pressure unit. During your opponent's turn, it's just a way of getting rid of a card and giving yourself energy because the energy can come in untapped. And the great part is that even if this goes to your energy, you can still use the arrival skill because of our leader saying we can use arrival of anything in our energy. You just won't replace him in your energy, but oh well, that's not exactly a downside. So with all that being said, that is my Android 16 deck profile. So thank you for watching, leave your thoughts in the comments below, hit the sub button, and we'll see you next time. Bye!